Hey, what's going on, guys? Evil Graffiti 902 Stories here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the first time I almost got caught doing graffiti, and there's been a lot of times, but I don't know. This was the first time I really felt like I was actually going to get chased, I guess. I don't know. I might have. I kind of, you'll find out. But this story starts off about 4 years ago. And it was the summer, and I remember that I had pulled an all-nighter. I wasn't, I don't know, I had just ran out, or I didn't have any pot, so I was like, fuck, man, it's gonna be so hard to sleep. Or maybe it was that I was up all night smoking pot. It was one or the other, to be perfectly honest, because back then I did a lot of that. It was either I was up all night because I didn't have pot and I couldn't really sleep that well, or it was that I just had a lot of pot and I wanted to stay up all night smoking pot, which is probably why I usually didn't have pot to smoke at night. Which, yeah. Anyway. Moving on. Needless to say, this story takes place, it was around, I'm gonna probably say, what are the months of summer again? Yeah, July, the middle one. Don't question me. Don't question me. I'm born in May, but don't question me. I'm not a bright kid. You probably learned that by now. But yeah. This story, needless to say, I've already been caught for this. I don't do illegal graffiti anymore. It's not something I take part in. That's probably going to be disappointing to a lot of you writers that do come across my channel, because I know that when I did do illegal graffiti, for some reason watching legal writers just wasn't as entertaining. I don't know why, but yeah, I got caught for this name. I don't know if you can actually read that, but it's love spelled backwards. I'm not going to go into the whole explanation of it, because that's a whole video on its own. But that's the name I was putting up at the time, and I had figured at around, well, it was summer. Yeah, I'd say it was probably around 2 in the morning that it was a good idea to go and get myself up a little more. And for those of you who don't know, getting up is a graffiti term, basically to say that you're gonna get your name up, you're gonna get yourself up more. So a few other terms that go along with that, all city, which is where, or all town, I guess, if you're in a small town, which don't do graffiti in a small town. That's so stupid, probably why I got caught. But not this story, but that's a different story. But yeah, basically means to try and hit all different sides of where you live in one night, to go all city, you know. But I wasn't really trying to go all city. I was just trying to get up. And I was going out, and I had 2 cans of spray paint, and which nothing major, nothing like Molotov or anything. It wasn't no flame. It was just a Rust-Oleum. I don't know. I was rocking a lot of blue back then, so it was probably blue or white. Or honestly, no, yeah, it was blue or white. I wasn't using the other color I was thinking of really much at that time, but yeah, no. I also had some Tampere paint sticks now. I don't know if you guys know what these are, but I don't have one on hand. I wish the Michaels near me closed, and I'm too broke for online shit, so. But they're a stick like this, and you take the cap off, and it has almost like a glue stick, you know, a glue stick? Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's filled with solid paint. And it's really easy to buff off, but if it's stained onto metal for a long enough time, or in the sunlight, that shit's permanent. And honestly, it has this cool, in my opinion, this really cool effect. I love them. You can get these things called streakers too. If you are a writer, definitely go check out Sive's channel. He has a video about streakers. Check it out after this one, because I need the views. But I don't even have monetization. I just needs the views. I have low ego. No, I'm kidding. But needless to say, I wind up going out, and there's a trail where I live, and it's the stupidest spot to hit now that I've grown up. But this trail is like in the middle of town next to the river that runs through our town. And yeah, there's a bunch of like different places you can slap stickers, like do graffiti along it, like do a nice little hand style with a marker or something, or a streaker. And then there's a bridge on it that everybody has done. Like if you're a graffiti artist in my local area, you've hit it once. If you're a graffiti artist coming into my local area, you're probably going to hit it. Sorry about the hair, guys. It's a mess, I know. I'm lazy. I don't want to brush it. Yeah. I wasn't hitting the bridge. I have hit the bridge. I got arrested and charged for the bridge. In fact, most of the money that I got fined with came from the bridge. So that's something. Don't tag town property, kids. Don't. Well, honestly, I mean, I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm not telling you to do illegal graffiti. I'm definitely going to suggest to do it legally or hit a legal wall. And if there is no legal walls, petition a legal wall in your town, because that's just so much safer. Trust me, you don't want to get into the situation I've gotten myself into before. But yeah. Needless to say, I'm walking the trail, and you know, I've gone like, cause where I was located up the hill. This trail was like in town, so I had a little bit of a walk. So from 2 to about 3:30, maybe 4 actually, probably around 4. I was walking through the neighborhoods, hitting like, what do you call them? Electrical boxes, post office boxes. Well, not post office boxes, but like mail button. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah, I did all that. I've been fined for all that too. Trust me. They take pictures of that shit. Apparently, when they're driving by and they see it, they take a picture of it. So if you think that you're not like, if you don't got like shit like on you, trust me. Well, I don't know how it is for a bigger city, but if you're in a small town and you've like tagged somewhere and it's a little like able to be noticed, yeah, the police got a picture of it. They're building a little report on you. So yeah, I did not know that. Mind you, I was a dumbass kid, which is a lot of why I didn't think to do it legally back then. But needless to say, I wound up getting to the bridge, and I did use the streaker on the bridge. I didn't like use the spray cans on the bridge. I didn't even use the spray cans at all that night. I just brought them in case, like, I always brought one with me in case I found a spot that was just not worthy, but like needed, I guess, like worthy of getting a spray paint. Like definitely, like, I don't know. I guess it was like one of the things that did go through my head was, okay, I'm gonna spray paint this wall, and somebody else will go over me. And because I knew my local writers knew, I knew that they would probably, like, if they did go over me, that it would be 10 times better, and I wouldn't really have a problem with it if they did. It was just kind of my way of being like, hey, this wall's here, why has nobody hit it? And that's a good way of going about it if you're a toy. Don't be cocky and think that your fucking one-liner tag that you've worked on for 2 days is, like, worthy to be up there for the next 12 years. I'm sorry to tell you, bud, but 5 years from now, if you're even still doing graffiti, you're gonna just want to punch yourself in the face. I promise. Although, if you're that kind of toy, you're probably not going to be doing graffiti in 5 years, because you're probably going to give up on it. And that's just sad to see. And I'm really dragging this on, and I'm not meaning to, but needless to say, I wound up walking down the trail. I did my streaker, hit a sign, hit a bench. Actually, I sat down at a bench, had my cigarette, and everything was good like that. And then I start getting to this certain part in the trail, and I don't know, there's just, this part of the trail is like, it's hard to explain. Now, like, it comes up like this, right? And then the walkway's on top, so you got this, and you'd think that, oh, that's for the drainage. No, there's like houses down here. I don't know why it's lifted in this certain area, but it is. And needless to say, I'm walking there and there's a sign, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna hit the 4 corners of it, because like the front of the sign, the colors I had with me, you wouldn't have seen them. Oh, sorry. had a burger when I woke up. Don't know if y'all like frozen burgers, but I do. Anyway, it's like it's almost like a T, like the Windows logo, I guess, is how the metal is on the back. So I'm like, well, I'm still gonna hit it. So I start and I put E V. Holy shit! Wait a minute. I just realized I wasn't rocking the name that I am now back then. I'm still gonna go with it though. E V O, and that's it. I get halfway through the L and I notice something. The light, like the sign, and it's being reflective for some fucking reason. Being on a walking path, it's reflective, like a car's gonna see it. Good thing it was. Reflects these headlights, and I'm like, what the fuck is some drunk maniac? Because I knew a lot of kids at my school that probably have and definitely would drive on this trail. You know who you are. Yeah, but don't do that. Just don't. That's so stupid. You know who you are. If you even watch my videos, you know who you are. Just don't do that. Y'all do enough. Y'all already got the town shooketh. Yeah. No, needless to say, I turn around and what do I see? I see a town truck, and I know y'all were probably expecting me this whole time to build up to say, it was the police, it was the police. No, it was a town truck, but these town trucks were filled like 4 workers, and the town workers at 4 in the morning usually were about to get off their shift in an hour. Like, I don't know when they started work, but they usually got off around 5 if I wasn't mistaken, because I think a friend of mine worked for the town at some point. And he said, like, one of those shift hours, like, something ridiculous like that, but... Yeah, no. A bunch of, older 40-year-old gentlemen. Hello. Bunch of 40-year-old gentlemen. Watch. I'll start talking again and I'll do it. But a bunch of, like, 30, 40-year-old gentlemen pissed off and tired. And I was not lying to you guys. Probably did not want to, they probably didn't want to see a graffiti artist tagging their sign. So, needless to say, I fucking hightailed it down that little embankment that I said, and I was like, fuck, where am I going to go? Fuck, where am I going to go? Because I was bucking it, because, like, I heard the engine accelerate, because it was, like, one of those Ford EcoBoost trucks, and, like, thank you for the input. Yeah, I heard it, and I was like, oh, God, oh, no. Like, I was, like, heart racing. And so I'm booking it, and I'm booking it up the road, like, beside the trail, but it's, like, it's not, like, beside like this. It's beside and going up, and there's, like, trees in between, so you can't really see me. And I'm like, well, they're gonna just pull down onto this road, because there's, like, the path connected to the road, so that you could just walk up the sidewalk if you want. And I was like, well, they're just gonna follow me. So my brain, in literally a split second, was like, I need to go behind them. So that's what I did. I ran down the embankment. I ran through these backyards instead of up the road, because I didn't want to be out in the open. Like, I knew how stupid that was. Backyards is stupid too, but being out in the open when you're being chased is stupider. And I come up, and like how I said there's trees, I come up and I'm crawling through the brush, like literally prone crawling, like Captain Price stuff. I'm just prone crawling up. I'm looking up at the edge because I'm literally crawling there. I got my head down, my black hood up, and I'm just looking, and they're up there, and they're looking around. And I'm literally just laying there, like, holding my breath pretty much. Like, I'm literally, like, 15 feet behind them, and I'm, like, freaking out. And I'm like, oh, my God, all I have to do is start walking backwards. But then my brain was like, well, they saw me book it the other way. They're not going to check behind them. And one guy, I swear to God, was going to. But I think he might have took a leak, so I'm not sure. Because he didn't come 15 feet back or nothing like that, or wherever the hell I was. He just came, like, he could have seen me, but he didn't. And yeah, needless to say, that really scared me, but they eventually got into their truck and they drove off. They kept going down the trail, and I was like, yeah, I'm done for the night. I'm going to bed, my heart's racing, I'm good. I'm gonna scrape a toke or take a toke, or, like, because as I said, it was one or the other. And I wind up walking home, and I don't even take the main roads. I'm going all the side roads, because all I'm thinking to myself is, well, their headlights wrong. They might know exactly what clothes I'm wearing. I do not want them, like, driving down the road to their next spot to check out and be like, hey, look, there's that kid. Let's stop him. Oh, look, he has spray paint rattling in his thing. You're coming with us, or staying here till the police come? Yeah, I wasn't really feeling that, so I went up, literally trekking all the way up this big-ass hill in my town, going a long way around the back, and cutting through the woods, like, she's my ex now, but at the time she was my girlfriend, cutting through her backyard, even though if her parents caught me there, she would have literally killed me. Not she, but they would have killed me. Long story, I'm never gonna tell it, but, yeah, I cut through there, I cut through the woods, I have a very scary encounter with a raccoon, and I, go down my hill, and I get to my house, because it was, like, at the top of the hill, but halfway down, and I get through there, and, like, it started raining when I was going up the hill, but it was, like, the sun was coming out when this truck was coming, so it was, like, sun was rising, so, like, honestly, if it was, like, any sunnier, I would not have seen those headlights. I would have been fucked. Thanks for your loud truck. Don't know if you guys heard that, but, yeah, needless to say, that's, like, oh, if it was, like, even 20 minutes later and the sun was up anymore, I would have been screwed, but the sun shower happened, literally took my hat off, and I'm not even shitting you guys, I took my goddamn shirt off and start walking because I was sweating so hard from running through the town to try and get to this big ass hill, and, like, hiding, and, like, the adrenaline and the anxiety, like, I just took my shirt off because it was hot as hell. It was like 20 fucking degrees at, like, 5 at this point, because the truck thing was like 4. Like, yeah, it was like at 4. I remember because I was, like, keeping track on my phone, because main thing that went through my head was, okay, I'm going to need to keep time, like, track, because A, I don't want to be late, and B, like, I want to get home before rush hour. And literally, it was like, when I saw, I don't know, needless to say, it was like, I don't know, it was just enough for the sun come up. If you live in Atlantic Canada, you know in July the sun comes up, like, really goddamn early. But, it was early enough for the sun to come up, but, yeah, the sun shower, and just shit, man. I don't know. I just can't believe that I was so stupid, and I'm just kind of taken back by it. But, moral of this story is, don't do, illegal graffiti. And if you're going to, don't do it when you're a toy, which I explained what that was in my previous video. And, also just don't do it on town or city property. Yeah, I mean, sure, some of it's, like, so obviously the best place to hit, but the charges are also so obviously the most expensive, so, yeah, you might think you're invincible until you're in the back of a cop car, and that's what I found out. But needless to say, that's how that story went. Hope you guys really did enjoy. I know this video kind of started losing a little bit of traction at the end. I'm fucking tired. Yeah, don't have a bad sleep schedule, y'all. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you at least found it somewhat entertaining. Hell, my channel gets big enough, maybe I'll remake this video so that it doesn't, like, fucking get so, like, just so bad at the end. But I'm rambling, man. I'm rambling. Needless to say, guys, I hope you have a good day. Peace.